Hey, 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 welcome, welcome. We're so excited you are here for this incredible evening. We're going to talk all about the bio-age blueprint, the science of living younger, longer. My name is Andrea Gebhart. I am thrilled that you are here, that somebody took the time to invite you to be here, because I guarantee you that you're not just going to walk away with a lot of really great information, but you're going to walk away empowered on how to just really live your life to the fullest and live your best the longest that you possibly can.
I love it. My name is Jennifer Piper, you guys. I'm coming in from Canada. Andrea's coming in from California. We're so excited to talk a little bit about, let's talk about, sometimes we think it's fun to talk about this, and then other times you're like, but let's talk a little bit about aging, right? And we know that the clock is ticking no matter what, even, when you're doing everything you can to make it slow down, but aging is inevitable. But, I think I've spent the last, 10 years, Andrea, I know you're really involved in it, but I've really been diving in and learning that we can influence how we age, and it really is a choice. So there's a lot of things you can do that are really good for you and good for, kind of slowing that clock down. And there's a lot of things that will accelerate it. So, I love the whole idea of chronological age, because that is the number on the calendar. That is the number that, the older you get and you have to like spin the dial to put your year of birth in there. That is that number. But our biological age is really how our cells, our tissues, our systems are functioning, and they can be different. And we're going to talk a little bit tonight about how you truly can influence that. So Andrea, let's talk about how we age.
Well, okay. Well, fun. Let's talk about how we age. And when Jen talks about like your chronological age, I want you to think about your birthday candle age. That's your birthday candle age. The number of candles on the cake, that is your chronological age. And again, your biological age is really the story that your infrastructure is telling. And genetics, as we all know, are a big part of our story, right? But there's so much that we have the opportunity to influence. And right now you're probably already doing things that are influencing how you age in a healthy, positive way, because you're probably already further along in the healthy aging process than maybe your parents and your grandparents were. And when we think about all the different things that influence how we age, it's so much more than the time that you've been on the planet, right? Genetics matter, but we also know that our biology is super responsive. Our level of movement and the amount of muscle mass that we have can influence how we age. Sleep quality, stress levels, your metabolic health, environmental exposure, gut health, cellular nutrition, lifestyle, all of these things can really influence how you age. And I was just talking with a group of individuals today to say, when it comes to that lifestyle component, when we look at our parents and our grandparents, how many of us have said to ourselves, I don't want to age like my parents. I don't want to age like my grandparents. I don't want to be in a position where life really feels limited because of how I'm aging. We want to influence, and you're probably already influencing that in healthier ways. And the thing is, the story is that even though we're making healthier lifestyle choices today, the foods that we eat today aren't the same foods that our parents and grandparents ate. The environment that we're living in today isn't the same as our parents and our grandparents were living in. And so there's a lot of external factors beyond our control that are really impacting all of that. And it shows up in like the most incredible ways. In fact, aging, we think it only shows on the outside, but once it starts showing on the outside, it's a sign that it started where, Jen?
And that's when, you guys think about this, that's when, you wake up one day, and we can probably all relate to, you look in the mirror and you see the external signs of aging, right? Or, maybe you can't jump up as quickly as you used to, or you can't lift as much as you used to, but, aging really starts on the inside. And what that looks like, and a lot of times we don't really relate that to aging, is less energy, I don't feel like myself anymore. You have slower recovery. Can anyone relate? I used to be able to, work out hard and bounce back. And I remember, hearing older people say things like, oh, it's slower. It takes me longer to recover. And I used to just think that was just them until I became them, right? So slower recovery. You're not as strong as you used to be. You can't do as many push-ups as you used to do, or you can't, lift as many things. Brain fog. Again, I would say brain fog is one of the ones that when it hits you, You just lose words that you've known your entire life, and they just are gone into thin air. Metabolic changes, which also a lot of times can relate to like weight gain, stiffness, your skin, again, that's usually the one we notice, and then declining endurance. So again, you just can't do what you used to do. Your brain still thinks it might be 30, 35, 39, but your body is telling you a different story. So, we want to talk a little bit tonight about upgrading your biology, and then you can decrease that biological age. And not the candles, not the spinning dial to pick that year, but the actual biological age.
So when we think about longevity, and when we think about, that when we talk about like the science of living longer, there's really 5 pathways to longevity that everybody really should know about to fully understand and grasp the bigger picture of what healthy aging can look like. And again, even if you feel great on the outside, even if, you're a young, right? We all have a different perspective and perception of young. Again, your biology can be telling a different story. And if we're not addressing these different pathways, then all roads will lead to, eventually those pathways are going to lead to aging at an accelerated rate, feeling it, noticing it, experiencing, and not quite feeling sure why we are where we are or what to do about it. So I'm glad that you're here to get to learn about this, because this has been really, really eye-opening, especially for me. So the first pathway is cellular health. Now, we have to understand that our cells make up every aspect of our body. So they tell their own story, and the aging starts, really on the inside, and again is reflected on the outside, but is the foundation of everything. So healthy cells, when our cells are healthy, they produce really great energy, they repair damage, they respond to everyday stress. Biological age is measured at the cellular level. It's a diagnostic of how well your cells are doing, and how well they're repairing, producing energy, and clearing waste. Cellular health is where every longevity conversation should start. And a lot of times when we think about, longevity in terms of aging, when we think about aging, we think about the vanity metrics. We think about the way our skin looks and maybe how our joints feel, but it goes beyond those surface level things to all of that. And one of the best products out there to really, and when I say the best, I mean the best. This product just hit the market. It is the most clinically proven longevity supplement on the planet, and it conquers like that entire aspect of, cellular health and cellular repair and energy. And if we know that cellular health is the foundation of those longevity pathways, this is where we have to start. Vivix Plus is clinically proven to erase 8 years of cellular aging in 8 weeks. That is 2 months. Now imagine being able to reverse 8 years of cellular damage, 8 years of bad decisions. Only way for that simple, right? 8 years maybe of you not being consistent with the healthiest lifestyle, and giving your cells the one up on operating and functioning at a higher level. Increases VO2 max, clinically proven to increase VO2 max, which is one of the premier indicators of longevity. They can actually look at your VO2 max and like pretty much estimate like how long you're going to live. So this is a really important number, but it increases it by 2 units in 60 days, where we see double-digit declines in all aspects of aging markers and inflammation markers here. And again, a 70% boost in NAD in 24 hours, which is absolutely huge, which makes it 35 times more effective than an NAD IV drip. Now, I'm familiar with NAD. I've kind of heard about it, but it wasn't until recently, but I became super educated in why NAD really matters. So if you want to take it over to that next slide, let's talk about NAD. So NAD is basically, I want you to understand, cellular currency. It is essential for cellular energy, repair, and healthy aging. When we're young and our cells are young and they're newer, right? We have high volumes of NAD. And as we start to age and our age increases, our NAD decreases, which is why we start to see all the things that Jen talked about. Changes in metabolic response, changes in brain fog, changes in endurance and stamina. All of that is happening as the aging process. Well, what if we could very simply with 2 capsules a day with a Vivix Plus influence and increase those NAD levels? Like you literally give yourself a 70% boost in 24 hours. That is giving your aging. Like, are you kidding me? the ability to reverse that, to do that. NAD levels decline with age again. And so supporting this is really, really important. What most people don't understand is they just see NAD as an optional supplement, but it's a critical molecule to the overall function of your DNA. It gives your DNA the ability to have that turnover, that regeneration, and that repair. And as it declines, our cells aren't able to do that. And that is something we want to be able to stop in its tracks and absolutely reverse. And Vivix Plus is clinically proven to do that.
And we got to try it. Like this is the neat thing. We both
talk about it.
I've never been so excited to be asked to be part of a pilot. So we're both at the 60-day mark. And I'll just tell you guys, I've used the injections before. I didn't really notice a difference. But for me, you know, when we go back on those, like the signs of aging, sleep for me has always been a struggle. And it was about the week 3 mark of being on this new Vivix Plus where I was sleeping. And when I say sleeping, I still have that 3 a.m. wake up like every single night. But typically I could never fall back asleep. I'm falling back asleep. And not only that, my brain fog is decreasing. I have more clarity. I have more energy. And I just like, I'm happier. Like, how about you?
Oh my gosh. The happier. Yes. Feeling better. Yes. And I started a couple months. In fact, it was so awesome to be invited to the trial at the perfect time, because for a couple of months there, I was kind of, has anybody ever just felt like not like yourself? I was kind of going through a phase where I was feeling not like myself. And every single person I talked to, they're like, well, you're in the perimenopausal window. Well, that's getting older. Well, welcome to your mid 40s. Well, and I was like, no, something just, I just wasn't feeling like myself and I wasn't loving it. And then along came this trial. And by the 3rd day, and I know some of you guys out there have already ordered this. You've already started it. You're already trying it. So if just share in the comments, maybe what you're experiencing so far, what day, what you're experiencing. But literally day 3, I had really incredible energy all day long. I was no longer hitting that 2 o'clock slump and bump, like wanting to head to the bedroom to go take a nap. And I just had really great energy. My mind felt crisp. It felt clear. And I felt like I was coming back to myself. Like I feel like myself actually a little bit better than like my usual. And I'm so grateful for that, because I like myself at my best. I don't like it when I feel tired, when I can't think, when I feel unmotivated, all of those things. So this has literally been such a huge blessing. And
it truly is. I love that. I like myself when I'm at my best.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the next longevity pathway, musculoskeletal health. Try and say that all at once, you guys. But you think about this. I mean, I think the number one thing that I heard, you know, throughout my 40s is you need to be lifting weights. You need to be maintaining your muscle mass, because that decreases with time. That's just part of that chronological aging, right? So we know that, you know, longevity requires that strength, and strong bones and muscles don't just move your body, right? They don't just lift you up, but they produce hormones that give you a healthy inflammatory response, and they help with your metabolism. So when that declines, it's a sign that those deeper systems are going through that aging as well. And so, you know, you think about, again, a lot of times we're doing all the things. I just had my workout today. I just lifted, right? You're doing all the right things. But then maybe you're not able to get enough protein in your diet because it is really hard to eat a lot of chicken all day long, or right? Or maybe and it is, ladies, you probably can agree, it's a struggle. And so, you know, we have not one, but 2 products that we're going to share next that really support this longevity pathway. And for the first product, you guys, I've been loving this product for 9 years. I've had clients who have used it every single month for 9 years. And I'm going to bring in my good friend, Dr. Phil Sleds, and he's going to talk a little bit about Liquid BioCell Life. Dr. Phil.
Oh, thanks, you guys. Thanks so much, Jen and Andrea. You guys, great information here. I can't tell you as a clinician just how excited I am to get my hands on this new product that Andrea mentioned. And I get to share with you about this very powerful, potent nutraceutical that I use with clients and patients. So my name's Dr. Phil Sleds. I'm a functional medicine practitioner in Austin, Texas, and chiropractor. I'm also a retired Marine F-18 pilot, so I got to do some fun things, landing on aircraft carriers for a few years. I currently also work, because I guess I wear a lot of hats, as a commercial airline pilot, so I juggle a lot of things. And in my practice, though, where the focus of my practice, a lot of people will ask, what is functional medicine? They've heard that term. Some of them don't know. It's really about addressing the cause, getting to the root cause of the issue. I want to go as far into the issue in order to create the best, most complete solution possible. So I found this nutraceutical Life Blend, Life Plus, going all the way back to 2010. I've been using this for quite a long time. And after my Marine Corps tour, I came out with a lot of injuries. So one, just from being a Marine, we get a lot of wear and tear on our bodies, wearing heavy packs, hiking 20 plus miles with 60 pounds of gear, but also being a fighter pilot. We had a lot of compressive forces on our neck when we were twisting our neck, our back, our spine, other joints. So I came out with a lot of degeneration, a lot of pain, a lot of stiffness, to include bulging discs, herniated discs, different levels of arthritis and things like that. So this has been instrumental in helping support my wellness in my joints, in helping my recovery from these types of situations. I have been on this product, like I said, going all the way back to 2010, and I started noticing results in the first 3 months. So if you take this product, it's imperative that you take it for no less than 3 months. Now, I recommend this product with a great deal of confidence for my patients because it goes further and farther to deliver results in your musculoskeletal system. Think about that. That's your tendons, ligaments, discs, fascia. Think of all the places where you can have hurts, aches, and pains. You can have them in your wrists, your elbows, your knees, your feet, your ankles, all over your body. We have all this connective tissue all over. So this goes in when you take it orally because it's in a proven orally absorbable form to reach all these critical key tissues. Plus, there's an extra added benefit because it works equally in the skin and the hair as it does in your joints. So we can make some very robust, proven claims. So let's take a look at this really quickly. So why this BioCell Life? Well, it really is truly in a category of its own. It's a standalone nutraceutical. It's been featured on Fox News, NBC, Good Morning America, TV talk show, Meet the Doctors. It has what we call an optimal molecular weight. All that means is size. It's really simple. It's shrunk down to the right size. So when you take it orally, it goes further and farther into your body. And that's what a lot of collagen and hyaluronic acid, or HA for short, products don't tell you, because you have to have that modification in order for it to work in your body. Most products do no modification. Some products do partial at best. So a lot of people are taking these products and they're not really working. It comes from a single source matrix. That means it comes from one source, and the source was uniquely discovered. A lot of big companies wanted to buy it. One of them wanted to spend $300 million just to get this nutraceutical to sell it in the beverage market. But what it does is it has all the things that your body needs for your hair, your skin, your joints, and your nails to help support healthy aging and turn around the breakdown in those tissues. It elevates. This is something I really love because I can't stop talking about this. I know Jen too. It elevates hyaluronic acid, or HA, 6,000% in just 28 days. That is truly remarkable. So a lot of people go, well, what is HA, or hyaluronic acid? It's a substance, it's just as critical as collagen, that firms, fills, hydrates your skin. Okay, so it works from the inside out, reducing wrinkles, wrinkle appearance, creases and fine lines. It smooths cellulite in the body. Again, it works from the inside out, all the way from the deep layers of the skin to those outer layers of the skin completely. So completely addresses your skin. And in your joints, it helps prevent stiffness and pain, which is critical for your aging. Okay, now why does it do it? Because it hydrates, it holds water. It's what we call a hydrophilic molecule, where it pulls water into critical tissues, and we start losing it from birth. So if we start losing it from birth, we got to find a way to replace it. It has this product has something we call dual enzyme inhibition. This is very unique. So one of the features of this is that it inhibits collagen breakdown. That means it slows collagen breakdown. So it allows your collagen to increase and proliferate in the body. And then it also inhibits your hyaluronic acid breakdown, which is why we can go as high as 6,000%. And in the clinical trials, actually 9,000% was reached, but we also, when we report it, we keep it at 6,000%. It's proven to elevate the main 3 types of collagen, 1, 2, and 3. Those are the most critical, even though it's a collagen type 2 source, proven to elevate those 3 critical types of collagen, which are needed for your hair, skin, joints, and nails because of its unique structure, absorption, and other features. It has unmatched clinical proof. It's got 7 US and international patents. No other collagen can make that claim. It has 37 clinical trials that are published, peer-reviewed in what we call PubMed, which is a medical sort of scientific indexing category system where scientists and doctors like to go to see how something works. And then with this product, because of all the things that I've mentioned so far, it's sold over $1 billion worldwide, which is incredible. The triplex technology is the difference with this product because it protects, it stimulates, and it builds collagen in the body uniquely. This is one of the unique features of the Life Plus. We can talk about the Canadian version too. So Canadians also have a version, and because of some of the differences in how we can make claims, this version of Life Plus can say some very unique things. So in Canada, they're actually allowed to say that this is an effective treatment for arthritis. Now think about that, and pain. Think about that for a second, because if you treat something, and this is in Canada again, then you treat a disease. You mentioned a disease. Technically, it's usually done with a drug. Now, this is done with a nutraceutical. This is the power of this. So in Canada, you can actually get this recommended and prescribed from a doctor, and it can be reimbursed if you have those conditions. In the US, we say it supports a schedule of wellness for people with joint pain and stiffness issues. It also has some other unique features in the juice blend where it's proven to reduce the symptoms of fever, colds, and flu. And Jen, this is a really remarkable product. I know you've been taking it a long time. So
9 years.
I'll throw it back over to you if you want to add more things from this powerful nutraceutical. Thanks so much.
9 years. And again, you guys, the big thing in Canada is you can see right on our bottle, it helps to support immune function, maintain healthy skin, and relieves joint pain associated with osteoarthritis of the hip and the knee. Has that NPN. It's certified by Health Canada. Very, very big for us here, which has been really great. But again, the basic of the both formulas is the same in the US and in Canada. So let's keep moving on. Andrea.
Oh my gosh. I love BioCell, longtime user here too. It's a fantastic product. But let's talk about the next pathway for longevity, which is cardio and metabolic health. This is our heart health. This is the way in which our metabolism responds. Your metabolism is like the engine of your body. We want it working. We want it up and running. We want it, utilizing nutrients properly. We want it burning fat properly. We want it supporting all of the energy that we take in properly. And so the thing about cardio and metabolic health is that what you need to know is that longevity requires capacity. We know that heart and metabolic health drive aging outcomes, making it a lever for a longer, healthier life. The healthier your metabolism is, your metabolic health, your heart health is, the healthier that you are. So what's interesting is that one shift in blood sugar, in inflammation, in blood pressure, in fitness ripples through everything else. And so when we have a system that's operating at its best, our body is doing really well. If there's a breakdown anywhere, it's like your car. If you have a flat tire, it affects everything, right? And so what I love is that we have some products that are really designed to work collaboratively, really together, cohesively, synergistically together to support cardio and metabolic health. Obviously, we have Vivix Plus because, right, cellular level is the foundation. We got to start there. We've got the Life Shake, which Jen talked about, supporting that musculoskeletal aspect and pathway, but it also helps support the metabolic health because it has 20 grams of, clean, lead-free protein, which is really important. It's got fiber. It's got 25 essential vitamins and minerals. It helps increase GLP-1 production in your body. So many incredible benefits. And the Life Essentials, which are your omega-3s, and we'll talk about those in a little bit too. But the Life Shake really is an incredible product. Again, most protein powders out there love to tout how much protein they have. But if they don't have added leucine, a minimum of 2.5 to 3 grams, then your body is unable to actually synthesize the protein that you're taking in. So you're basically drinking a nothing shake. And we don't want to drink a nothing shake. We want a protein shake that is more than just great taste and good flavor, but actually delivers real nutrition. And so I love when people start the Life Shake and start seeing changes in their life. We have somebody here today to talk a little bit about her experience with the Life Shake and all that it's done for her. So Allison, tell us about what you're loving about the Life Shake and the positive impacts it's had on your health.
Yes, thank you. So I'm a 42-year-old mom of boys living a super active life, full of baseball schedules, hiking, adventure, doing all the sports mom stuff, school stuff. And so one of the biggest reasons I was excited to try this was to incorporate more protein into my daily life. It's very hard to get enough protein, as you talked about. You can only chew so much chicken, although I can eat tacos every day, all day. So, but the Life Shake for me was something I wanted to try because previous Life Shakes had hurt my stomach. Previous protein shakes had hurt my stomach and caused bloating. And I kind of had phased off from trying them because just of that gassy, bloated feeling that I wanted to avoid. So when I heard this was in a different form, plant-based, I was very eager to try it, and I was blown away. Since taking this for a year, I have lost 27 pounds and maintained that. I have more energy. I'm crushing my protein goals. On busy days where I just would grab like a beef stick or something on the go, I'm able to pair this with that and know that I'm getting a full meal because I'm getting the protein, I'm getting the fiber, I'm getting the 25 vitamins and minerals, and I'm helping my metabolism and my body. And not only have I felt better from losing weight, I can notice a difference in my cravings. One of the first things that I was shocked about was that it curbed my cravings and my desire to snack at night. So that's been a huge blessing as someone who, after a hectic day and stress would come in, I would want to snack at night, and that desire is gone. I religiously drink this every day, and I don't skip it. I even take it with me on all of our trips. Recently just took my whole beef blender and everything with me so that I could make sure that I had this. My favorite way to drink it is just with water, the vanilla, French vanilla, and I add in frozen dragon fruit. And it's like having a delicious dessert every single day that's helping my body composition, helping my overall health. And it has absolutely been a game changer for me.
Oh, I love that. Just the, incorporating one simple change. And that's what we have to remember when it comes to longevity. One simple change can make a huge difference. So I love that for you, Allison. Thank you so much for sharing. And a big part, again, of that metabolic cardiovascular health is making sure that your body has everything that it needs to run optimally. And what's interesting is there's been a lot of interesting chatter out there in the world about vitamins, right? Like, oh, you don't need to take a vitamin. If you take a vitamin, your body doesn't really use it. And it just, you just pee it out. Feels weird saying that on this presentation, but that's a lot of what we've heard. But again, our food sources aren't what they used to be. We don't eat foods like we're supposed to. Our diets don't have as much variety as they need to have. And so that's where the Life Essentials comes into play. It's a 30-day supply, individual packets. And what's great about what's in here is you have a bioactive multivitamin that is methylated, right? You've got ultra filtered full spectrum omega-3s, which are absolutely huge and essential for heart health and brain health, especially ladies who are advancing in age and our hormones are fluctuating. Omegas are essential for your heart health. Triple the magnesium, a precision probiotic. There's a brain performance in here to help support that cognitive health. And this is really, really key because when we have all the right nutrients, right? Imagine we're supporting the cellular health with Vivix Plus. We're coming in with that protein to help meet those musculoskeletal needs. We're supporting our metabolic health. And here we're really just closing all that picture with all those nutritional gaps with vitamins that have clinical efficacious amounts that really support your overall health. And not just your overall health, it pours right into that next pathway of cognitive health. Brain health matters. Would you agree with that, Jen?
Oh, more than, and especially if you have any history in your family, this is everything. Everything.
Absolutely everything. There is crazy, emerging, incredible research around magnesium deficiencies, vitamin D deficiencies, and the role that they play in dementia and Alzheimer's. There's research out there. You can go read about it. So to know that we have all of this built into a daily packet that you could very easily take, you no longer have to second guess. What do I need? What do I get? Skip that little, nutritional aisle at the grocery store, the drugstore, the big box store, because you don't want to have to go and try to figure it out. We've got it figured out for you in the exact pairings, the synergistic workings of all these products, methylated at the highest efficacious dose that you need to be able to meet all those nutritional needs and support your body. And your brain also, guys, needs food. It needs nutrition to run properly. And so we know that brain health is something that declines quietly over time. It's not until you don't get a trigger. It's not like just one day you forget a word. It's one day you forget why you walked into a room. I literally looked at my step count today. I was at home working from home, And I was like, I wonder how many steps I've gotten in today. I've been at the house over 5,000. Do you want to know why? Because I kept having to walk back and forth to a different room to remember why I was going where I was going, and like pivoting halfway in the hallway to head back. So we know that, cognitive decline is also tied to cardiometabolic health, inflammation, and muscle strength. So when sharper focus and memory are in play, so is long, healthy aging. And I love that. So all of those together, you just bring them together and it tackles that last pathway of nutrient absorption and gut health. Your gut isn't just it's more than just digestion. It's one of your body's biggest immune organs. And anytime anything with our digestion is off, it turns everything else off and creates lots of communication barriers, is how I explain it, to every other part of your body. So a disrupted gut quietly influences immune function and metabolism. So we want our gut to be in tip-top shape, running optimally, so that we can support all that. And you can see the products there that work together. You see how they're all starting to stack each pathway, like building on one another, these layers kind of coming into play for total support.
I love it. So you guys, you can kind of see through this whole thing that all those 5 pathways that you can influence, again, longevity, and those 5 pathways of longevity with one system. So we have one system we're going to talk about now, clinically proven to reverse your biological age by 11 years. And it is called the BioAge Reset. I have been using this for the last, again, 60 days. It is incredible when you're using it all together. So you heard Dr. Phil share about the BioCell Life. Allison shared about her Life Shake. Andrea talked about Vivix Plus. And then, of course, the vitamins. So in Canada, we use a vitamin package called the Vitalizer. In the US, it's the Life Essentials. But this system, we have actually something that you might want to ask whoever shared this with you, is ask them to send you the landmark studies. It's very interesting. But in that landmark study, people that were using this BioAge Reset package were clinically proven to have a biological age 11 years younger than their chronological age, which is very exciting. So like, who out there would like that? Me, right here, me. So again, the study, it goes through all the different systems. So, we talk a little bit about how, moving better, staying stronger, how each product influences each longevity pathway. You're getting the healthier cells, you're having a stronger health, stronger heart with healthier metabolism. You're more mentally sharp, more focused, less brain fog, which is everything. And this was a really interesting one, that the people who were doing the pilot project, they were more socially connected. And I actually really love this one because I don't know if you know this, but typically a lot of times as we age, we start to pull away, right? We start to, not do all the things and not be social. And we know that, again, one of the predictors of a healthy brain, of like living longer, is that social connection, and not just online, right? Like this is actually getting out and meeting people and being social. And I will say that that's something with me. I'm like, I actually feel like I want to go like hang out with people. So we've got these 2 packages that you can actually, again, you're going to connect with who shared this with you. But if you want to upgrade your biology, there's 2 options. So the one on the left is the Cellular Reset Bundle. Again, 2 of our amazing BioCell Life Plus that Dr. Phil shared, and then the new Vivix Plus. And again, remember you guys that this has the NMN precursor. The studies, the clinicals are amazing, and you definitely want to be making sure that you connect and get those studies. So the other one is called our BioAge Reset Stack. Now, this is the way I look at it. You could go with just the Cellular Reset. But if you struggle at all with getting your protein, if you like walk into the health food store and you feel overwhelmed by the shelves of chaos and confusion and you really don't know where to start, this is a really great place to start, and you get it all. And you guys, like, I think in the US, it's like $10 a day. Canada is like, I think $15, $16 a day. It's incredible what you get. Canadians, here's our packaging. Again, slightly different vitamin package, slightly different bottles, because we get to have that extra fun claim about the osteoarthritis. But this is something else that we just launched that has been very exciting. You can actually grab the link from who shared this with you, and you can go on and take your BioAge assessment. So you log in, you take this quiz, you can upload if you've got your latest labs, you can upload all of that in there and you take a quiz and it's going to give you a score. So you see these scores up here. We have a 65, a 92, and 87. That's not their age, that's a score. And we have a guarantee, you guys. We have a guarantee that you start taking the BioAge Reset bundle, you're going to you're going to increase your score. You're going to lower your biological age, but increase your BioAge score. So, you know, we have people on here who started at a 65. Imagine what that's going to look like in 60 days. So make sure you connect with who shared this, and you're going to get to do your quiz. And you guys, we just want to share that, you know, if you have a heart for wellness, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, this is like lighting me up inside, this is my jam, this is exactly what I talk about all day, this is what I do all day, you know, I'm always on Instagram and I'm looking at all these videos of all these great influencers who are sharing all these things. Guess what? You can join us, you guys. You can join and do exactly what we do, and you get paid. So imagine you start your BioAge journey today, you take your BioAge score and you watch that climb, right? You watch your biological age decrease. Imagine sharing that and just sharing your journey alone. You know, you probably all tonight can think of like 5 people that will want to do this with you. So you actually can do exactly what we're doing here and get paid to share your BioAge journey. So we've got some really great bundles. So what you're going to want to do, first things first, is you want to make sure, connect with who shared this with you. Number 1, take that quiz, because you want to see what you're starting, what your baseline is, and what it's going to increase to after 60 days. Number 2, choose your pack, whether you're going to go with a cellular reset, or again, you guys, if it were me, I want all 5 pathways. I don't want a half, you know what it. I want all 5. I am not here to play small. I am here. If you are actually invested in your health, you want to influence all 5 longevity pathways. So choose that BioAge pack, then share your experience, and you can earn commissions. Over here on the right, we've got some examples of weekly pay. We get paid every single Thursday. We just got paid today. Like, yay. Every single Thursday, we get paid. And again, you're just sharing your journey, talking about some amazing products. And if health, wellness, if optimal health and longevity lights a little fire in you, you want to connect and you want to get started with us. So we thank you all for being here tonight. I hope that you've learned something about how those 5 pathways truly can influence your BioAge and your chronological age. It's not just about those candles, you guys. It is not just about those candles. That is one little measure, and you can influence the entire rest of it and really age healthier and live longer, live healthier, live stronger, and just be happier while you do it. So you guys, we are so excited. Make sure you circle back with who shared this with you, and we are going to sign off now. Have a great evening. Bye.